I want to talk about college football. And I have an issue with something. It's called Week 0. Week 0, I think, should go away for the big games. For, your ranked teams. When you have a top 25, I don't think any one of those teams should play Week 0. Because all you have to do is look at last week's game between Miami and Florida. Those two teams both deserve to lose that game. And why is that? I don't think both teams were ready. I think both teams need another week to prepare. I think both teams struggled at making some tackles. Miami did much better than Florida. Florida had a lot of missed tackles. And could that be coaching? Yes. But then I saw the same issue in the Arizona-Hawaii game. And it really made me start thinking, how important is Week 0? Can't we just have FCS teams play Week 0? Just kind of get everyone excited. Look, here's a little preview. Look, you got Nicholas State. Oh, look, you got Jacksonville State. Maybe throw NDSU out there. South Dakota State. Eastern Washington, Weber State, Cal Poly, etc. Those teams. Get them excited for football. But don't put your heavyweights out there immediately. Don't. Because then you have that sloppy mess. And now you have everyone like, oh my god, this Gators team's awful. And oh man, those Hurricanes, they're bad. Both teams are good. The Gators have a good defense. They got a lot of sacks. They miss tackles. Gators make those tackles, they probably win by 20 points. Gators don't turn over, they probably win by 20 points. Miami, just their line could not protect. And that could be starting to freshman offense linemen. That could just be it. But it didn't look good no matter what. They had a lot of false start penalties. They had a lot of delayed games. Too many men on the field, I think, happened. And there's not just delayed games with the offense. They had delayed games on special teams. Positions you don't want to have happen. It was sloppy football. Which makes me really think Week 0 is not something we need for FBS. It's not. Maybe if you just want to throw like Texas State out there or something. It's just really small teams. Sun Belt Conference games. MAC football. CUSA football games. Small football games. Instead of going straight into ACC versus SEC. Florida, Miami. Because we got a sloppy mess of a game. That fourth quarter, neither team deserved to win. Neither team deserved to win. Miami deserved it least, as it proved. Now, can you still have good ratings in Week 0 without a big-time game? No, you won't achieve Florida, Miami, but you can still achieve good average ratings. For example, you put, and I'm just going to use Mountain West Conference teams as an example. You put Wyoming versus Utah State up there. You put those two teams. Not really the sexiest matchup, but it's a football game. It's a football game between two teams that people know of. People know of Wyoming. People know of Utah State. Maybe you do Wyoming versus BYU. They know BYU. You just put that recognizable name from a smaller conference so you don't embarrass your larger conferences. Because now the Gators, they're going to have a test to prove, and you can't tell until Week 3 because Week 2 they play UT Martin. I don't exactly know who the Hurricanes play Week 2. But now you have both teams that need to prove something, and they shouldn't be in this situation in the first place. And now you look at it. Maybe you can put Alabama versus Duke on because that's not going to be a competitive game this Saturday. That's not going to be competitive. But you're going to get a better Alabama coach team. You're going to get a better Duke coach team because they had that extra week. These are still a lot of, when you play freshmen, they are high school kids coming onto a college campus. They really haven't even taken a first day in class. Then you're just going to throw them right out there and play football. Now tell me, how is that wise? I vote that you change Week 0 to mainly all FCS, and if you want to do an FBS game, you do it at a lower conference. You don't do SEC, ACC, Pac-12, Big 10, Big 12. You eliminate the Power 5. You eliminate them. Maybe throw American out there. But in order to have successful ratings, and I'm not calling successful ratings, I mean average. Around average ratings is successful for Week 0 in my mind. I think you do that with taking out the Power 5s and replace them with the American Conference.